Hello and welcome back. I'm Mondef, of course, and I have been playing in the latest snapshot. It's snapshot 13W04A, and I've been playing with item transport. Now, over the last several snapshots, we've gotten very easy ways to move items down. You just stack a set of hoppers, and if I throw 8 stone in there, it'll all filter down and I get 8 stone back out. 100% efficient, works just great. I also have a great way for moving items horizontally in any shape. Again, if you put 8 items in there, they'll all filter down the line and over. And great. If you've been paying attention to the snapshots, you've seen this, and this is not new at all. What I haven't seen anybody do is vertical item transport. Of course, the hopper doesn't attach to ceilings, so how would you do that? Well, we use its opposite, the dropper. The dropper can put items into the inventories of whatever it's facing. So if you stack some droppers, and I'm going to deposit items into the chest from down here, then you can send items vertically. Now, the wiring is very simple for this. We just look at the inventory to see if there's anything in it, and if there is, we power this block. And even if there's 1, and that's why we're going to use a repeater, otherwise we would only power this when there were, 21 or some other random number in there. Right? So even if there's 1, so we use a repeater to renew the power, then we're going to send power around and power a comparator. When you power a comparator into a dropper, it continuously fires, not just sending one pulse, doesn't tell it to drop or send one item to its facing inventory, but it tells it to send a whole set. It basically pulses the dropper. Because this is sending strong power as well, it also pulses the dropper above it. So now these will be in this dropper here, which works great. So now we've got ourselves a flat floor, and we can just repeat the pattern here. Comparators, block, repeater, block, redstone, block, and comparator. And it does make that clicking noise as it deposits the item into the chest. Which, yeah, okay, that's annoying, but vertical item transport, come on! It's worth the clicking, right? 64 items. There you go. And it does sit flush on the ground. So you can, do whatever you want. The only part of the system that sticks out is this little rim from the dropper, which I think frames the chest pretty well, so I don't think it's that big of a deal. But there is one problem with this design, and that's that if you deliver an item, say with the hopper, into this middle dropper here, say we send it, we'll just send it 32 sandstone, right? It'll, send it in, of course, but it'll just sit here in this dropper. This dropper's inventory is not being read. We're relying on the items going into every other level, this one and that one. So these middle levels aren't being looked at for their inventory, so they'll just sit in here forever. So I do have an alternate design I'd like to show you guys. It's similar, but just a little different. It's a little bit more redstone, and it's a little bit messier. That's a very neat 3x3 pattern. I like it. That's probably the one that I'll use. If I had to send if I had a hopper line coming in like this, I would probably just, do something like that. Send it down so that it would go into the right one. But there you go. That's how I would solve the problem. You don't always have the space, and sometimes you have more space where you don't expect it. So we'll look at the first inventory. We'll send that into a block. Read that with redstone, since we're going to send it directly into a comparator that pushes into the block. The block now has a strong power, so this hopper gets weak redstone power. So now we're sitting in a situation where it only powers 1. Just so you can see that, here's 16 blocks, and it's going to go into this dropper, and it won't go any further. It won't go any further up, just 1. So now if we repeat this pattern, and we can repeat it either here, or there, or there. It doesn't matter. They all fit. If you repeat it here, I like this a little bit better. Even though it looks a little bit messier, it's more compact. There you go, just like that. Comparator to look at the inventory, wire. Oh, I did that backwards. Comparator into a block, wire into a comparator into a block. There we go. And that powers that. And now, oh, I haven't given it items. There it goes. Works great. And again, I can repeat this wherever I need this. So in some designs, you're gonna, have like a hopper line that comes in here, and then your next hopper line comes in, over here, You know, and so you go, oh, okay, well, where do I have room to actually put this one? You know, it's over here. So now, okay, you know, not a big deal, I build it over here. So you build it for each layer, whichever way you want to do it. It's perhaps it's a little bit more versatile than that one. That one you kind of have to, you have two open faces, but you can only add it to every other layer. So it depends on your design, but this system works great. It's 100% reliable. I hope you guys like it. I haven't seen anything like it at all. So thanks for watching. I'm Mondef, and I'll see you next time.